Hi, today I'm going to tell you how to start a successful business by accident. The year was 1993. I was a budding student, just come out of university with a honours degree. I've just honours degree in computer studies. So I've come out of the university, I'm raring to go. I have all the knowledge and no experience. So I think, okay, let me go and get a job. 1,000 applications later, Philips Electronics in Croydon decided to give me a job interview. I went for the job interview and my enthusiasm must have just exuded from me. They must have known that I was just so enthusiastic and I would do such a good job. They asked me, why should we give you the job? I said to them that I'm young, enthusiastic, fit, energetic and willing to learn, and I will give 110% of my time and effort into the job. 2 days later they gave me a job interview and subsequently gave me a job. I wanted to learn everything I could about this job. There was 2 other guys there at this job that had at least 20 years experience between them. They've been there a long time. I took out a big straw and sucked all the information I could from their brains. I learned everything there was to learn about being a support analyst. I wanted to know the ins and outs and everything. A few months went on and the staff there were calling for me. They were always looking for me. I was a popular person there because I had known more or less everything about the job, and I had a good customer care attitude and a way about me which they liked. Anyway, as time went on, about 3 months, 4 months went on, and I was due for a pay review. On the pay review they said to me that my job that I'm doing reflects the pay that I'm getting, and therefore there will be no pay increase. This was highly frustrating because this continued after a few pay reviews. So with renting accommodation, I had to find a way of making ends meet because I was only making about £100 every other month, which is ridiculous. £100, I couldn't really even think about buying a house, buying a car or anything else, let alone food and bills. So eventually I thought I put my skills to the test and bought some computer components and made my first computer. I put an advert in the paper and sold it. I couldn't believe it. 2 days and it was sold just like that. Someone came, said they wanted to buy the computer, and I actually made profit. I made a computer and made profit from the sale. This was great. I thought, okay, I've done it once, maybe I can do this again. So I did it again, it worked. I did it again, it worked again. I thought, this is brilliant. Meanwhile, back in the office, I was supposed to be working very hard towards the job, but I was a bit distracted because obviously I had my newfound job, a newfound sideline. So I would turn the phone on in the morning going to work just to get the messages before going to work. Then it became turning it on at lunchtime. Then it became turning it on after work. Then it became leaving the phone on all day. My phone just wouldn't stop ringing. I was getting calls on top of calls on top of calls. This 1993 was the year and demand of computers. People were demanding computers like anything. It was the boom, and I was in the middle of it. So one day the boss called me and he said that he wants to talk to me in the office. I wondered what it was about. He told me to sit down. He said, I understand that you have a side business which is conflicting with the business that you're doing for our work people here, and as a result of that he has to fire me. Oh my goodness, my throat dried up, my eyes welled up. I must have looked like I was going to cry. I was so shocked and dismayed, I didn't know what to do. He said, sorry, we've got to let you go. That was it. It was the end of the world for me. I thought, what am I going to do? How am I going to manage to pay my bills? How am I going to eat? How am I going to live for the next how many years or whatever? In any case, it forced me into a situation. I now had to do this sideline as a full-time issue. It's a full-time job. So I continued doing it, advertising as I was, and selling these computers one by one, one by one. In a matter of weeks, I was selling 2 to 3 computers a day. In the next consequent months, I was selling 20 and 30 units a month, no problem. Then it became 20 and 30 units a week. Then it became 20 units a day. By this time I had to employ somebody to help me. And then it just kept on growing and growing and spiraling on and on and on from there. In fact, I had to rent a unit and hire more people to help me with this successful business. Life was good, it was brilliant, it was excellent. It was the boom days, it was just absolutely fantastic. I was making more money in a month than I could make in a year. In fact, I bought my first house almost cash after the first 2 years of working for myself. So the moral of this story is every disappointment is a blessing. So don't look at every disappointment as a disappointment, but look at it as a blessing, as taking you to the next level. So what I can say now is thank you, Phillips, for sacking me and starting the rest of my life. I thank you very much for that. Thank God, and I thank you for listening. What I have done to help people like yourself is I've designed a free website where I've given people startup advice, how to start your own business, what to look out for, what to be careful of, how to get by when you haven't got money, all those kind of things. Startup tips, everything that you need to know. I've designed a website and it's absolutely free. I'll give you the web URL after this message. So please check the website out and feel free to give me any of your comments. Thank you very much. Take care. Bye bye.